Today I'm going to show you how to make this granny triangle scarf. I'm going to be using UK terms in this tutorial, and I'll be showing you the technique I use to change yarn colour, which means you have 4 ends to sew in the end rather than 2 ends for each colour change, which in my opinion makes this project a lot more fun. The project will work with any yarn. I'm using Drop Sky, which is a DK weight wool mix yarn, and a 4mm crochet hook. You'll need a stitch marker and some scissors and a needle to sew in your ends. You can use whatever yarn you want for this scarf. It should work with anything. I would suggest you use the recommended hook for whatever yarn you are using. This may affect the gauge, but you just need to repeat the rows until the scarf is the desired length. I used 25 grams of each colour, so a total of 50 grams. I would say this is a beginner friendly pattern, so it's great for anyone. I have a written pattern which I'll link in the description, but let's get started on the tutorial. Using yarn A, we're going to attach this yarn to our hook with a slip knot. You then want to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to slip stitch into the first chain to join and make a loop. Insert into that first chain, yarn over, pull through and pull through. And you can see there that has made a little loop for us to work into. So we're then going to chain 3, and this counts as your first treble stitch. You then want to do 3 treble crochet into that loop. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the loop, and then I like to work over that tail end. You then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's how you do a treble crochet, so you need to do 2 more of those. We should then have our beginning chain 3 and then 1, 2, 3 treble crochet. Then going to chain 2, and we're going to do 4 more treble crochet into that loop. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on this last one, before we complete the stitch, we're going to change to yarn B. So I did yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and the next step would be to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, but at this stage we're going to add in yarn B. So I like to take it and pinch it between my fingers at the back of the work to keep it in place, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through those 2 loops with yarn B. I then like to flip the yarn A and the tail end over the working yarn as we do a chain 4. So you want to flip it back and forth as you're doing your chains, and that locks it in and puts it at the top of the stitches, and that's important for when we do round 3. So you can see now that that yarn A is at the top of that chain 4 that we've just done. And I'm going to turn my work and working into that same stitch, that first stitch, we're going to do a double treble. So wrap your yarn around your hook twice, insert your hook into the work, yarn over, and you'll have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And we want to do 2 more of those, so we'll have 3 in total plus our beginning chain 4. So you can see there we've got the beginning chain 4, and then we've got 3 double treble crochets. Then going to chain 1, and I'm going to do 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble into that chain 2 corner space. For your first cluster of stitches on this round, we used a double treble crochet, but now we're using a treble crochet in this corner space. Then going to chain 1, and we're going to work into that beginning chain 3 from the previous round, so into that top stitch. And again, we're going to do double treble, so we're going to yarn over the hook twice, insert your hook into the top of that chain 3, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And then again, so we want 4 double treble into that last stitch. 3 and 4. Now this is when the colour changing technique comes into play. Yarn A is on the wrong side, so we're going to put a stitch marker into that stitch. I've just pulled out the stitch and popped a stitch marker in it to stop it from coming undone. Then going to go back to the other side where we've left yarn A at the top of those chain 4. Going to insert your hook into the top stitch of that chain 4. And then you're going to pick up yarn A and pull through the work. And then you can see yarn A is ready to use then. So we're going to chain 3, and we're going to do 3 treble into that same stitch. So 1, 2, 3, all into the top of that chain 4 that we did from the previous round. You're then going to chain 1, and we're going to do 3 treble into the chain 1 space. So when you're using the yarn A, you're using just treble crochets, and when you're using yarn B, you're doing a double treble along the edge. So we've got 3 treble into that chain 1 space, and they're going to chain 1, and I'm going to do 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble into that chain 2 corner space. So if you've made a granny square before, it's a similar kind of technique where you're working 3 treble into the chain 1 spaces and 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble into the corner spaces. That's the corner done. 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble. I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to work 3 treble into that chain 1 space. And I'm going to chain 1, and then we are back where we left this stitch mark. So I like to pull that stitch out just a little bit, makes it a little bit easier to do. And you want to work 3 treble into that last stitch. And we want a 4th one in there, but this is when the yarn B comes into play. So you're going to start working the stitch like normal and put your hook through, and you also want to put your hook through that loop that we've made that's got the stitch marker in. You're then going to yarn over and pull through that loop and your work, and then complete the stitch like normal. So at this point you can take out your stitch marker and you can pull yarn B tight, and that should be locked in there. And then because we want to change back to yarn B before we complete that stitch, we're going to change to yarn B and finish that stitch with yarn B. You've now got yarn B on your hook and ready to work the next round, and we want to do the same as we did before, where we flip the yarn back and forth over that working yarn to travel it up the stitches. So we're going to chain 4 and we're going to turn our work, and then again working into that very first stitch, we're going to do a double treble, and we're going to do 3 double treble crochets into that stitch. So we've got that beginning, chain 4 and then 3 double treble into the very first stitch. Then we're going to chain 1, and again we're back to using just a treble crochet, so you're going to do 3 treble, chain 1 into each chain 1 space. So again 3 treble and chain 1 into each chain 1 space, and then we're at the corner again, so we're going to do 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble into that chain 2 corner space. Then the same down this next side, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to do 3 treble, chain 1 into each chain 1 space. Now again we're back at the end, so we're going to work 4 double treble into the top of the chain 3 from the previous row. So whenever you're using yarn B, you're working double trebles into those end stitches, and then trebles for the rest, and then for yarn A you're always using treble crochet. Got 4 double treble into the top of that chain 3 from the previous round, and then I'm just going to add my stitch marker into the top of that stitch again to make sure it doesn't come undone. And now we can flip back to that other side where we left yarn A and do the same thing where we insert our hook into the top of the chain 4, then going to chain 3 and again work 3 treble into the top of that chain 4. You then want to chain 1 and do 3 treble crochet, chain 1 into each chain 1 space along that side. Now we're at the corner, so we're going to do 3 treble crochet, chain 2, 3 treble crochet into that chain 2 corner space, and then chain 1, and then we're going to work 3 treble, chain 1 into each chain 1 space, just like before until we're back at that edge. We're going to do the same as we did before, and we're going to pull out that stitch marker so it's out the way, and we're going to do 3 treble into that last stitch. And now with the 4th treble, we're going to insert our hook into the stitch as well as that loop that we pulled out. Then going to yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, and then change to yarn B. So take out my stitch marker, pull that stitch tight, and then work using yarn B. You then want to repeat rows 4 and 5 until the scarf is your desired size. So for me, I worked a total of 23 rows. As you can see, using that colour changing technique has meant that I now only have 4 ends to sew in. My scarf was about 75 centimetres along this edge and 35 centimetres from the centre to the tip. We're then going to work the edge to finish it off. Keep in mind that the colour you finished the last row on will be the colour used for this edge. So I haven't fastened off after that last row. We're going to carry on, but we're going to work along that edge where the rows start and end. So picking up where we left off, I'm going to chain 1, then going to work into the rows, working around the post of the treble crochet stitches, work 2 double crochet into a treble crochet row. So you're working around that treble crochet post. Then we're at a double treble crochet row. For these rows, work 3 double crochet around the double treble crochet stitch. Again, we're at a treble crochet row, so work 2 double crochet around the treble crochet stitch. Then again, we have a double treble crochet row, so work 3 double crochet around this stitch. Repeat this, working along the edge, adding 2 double crochet stitches into each treble row and 3 double crochet into each double treble row until you reach the centre. When you get to the centre, work 1 double crochet into the loop that we worked our first row into. Then continue to work 2 double crochet into each treble crochet row and 3 double crochet into each double treble crochet row until the end. Once you're at the end, slip stitch into the first stitch of the last row that you did to finish it off. Fasten off and sew in your ends. This is your scarf done. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Check out the written pattern in the description and let me know if you make one yourself.